Oh, blimey. My chain is proper knackered. It's not looking a good place. There's even a little bit of rust on it. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, morning. I sound a bit groggy this morning. Morning, 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 morning. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, tasty little race happening here. See how far I can get into it. I might well even get a chance to finish in a decent position after that 5-minute effort I did the other night. But we shall see. Got a couple of riders in here. We've got Ruben, we've got Paul, we've got Goose. I've had no warm-up, no. I've had no warm-up whatsoever. I had no warm-up and my legs feel like a lead. That's not an excuse, by the way. I'm just telling you how my legs feel. This training lot's getting me tired. What is this? Anyway, let's get it done. We've got our training session later on today as well, so I want to take it fairly steady in this race. I'll try and draft as well as possible. And the climbs, well, the climbs will be the climbs, won't they? Can't even get in the big ring. Gotta push the front rail. Nick Pilgrim's in this race as well, so plenty of us in this race that we know. Yep. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Andy Nichols. Nice to see you, Andy. There's Mr. Rubin, Mr. Goose. Well, I already feel like I'm out of my depth here in a group this big. I have taken some positives in that the strongest riders in this race have all done around 6.6 watts per kilo for 5 minutes recently, so that's the same as me. However, we've got 3 times up Leith Hill, so I may well be able to hang on the first time, but being it's a numbers game, chances of me hanging on the last one are very slim. But we'll see. Because it could well be a case of only 6 watts per kilo the last time. But herein lies the tension of a bike race. Who was your previous favourite streamer, Daniel? Thank you, by the way. I do have to be careful. I don't want to be blowing up in tonight's session. Hey Ralph, how you doing? I'm good, thank you. Hanging on to the back of the group. Josh, the weekly sessions we've been doing on ZWIFT, the WTRL ones, Saturday evening. I wonder if the vast majority of people who follow me have a coach already and therefore they can't like mess up their plans by doing my session. I don't know. Maybe the sessions aren't hard enough. That's one thing about the riders that I coach. I give them a lot of flexibility with the ZWIFT racing. Depends what you want, the flexibility or word. Bad time to talk. Oh no. Come on, Ruben. That should not have been an effort there. Oh, it's so hard. Riding in the ears now. Uncomfortable, I mean. Oh, there's Goose. It's alright, I'm in good company. And Ruben's there as well. It's like they're flanking me. Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there, lad. Nobody wants to look weak. I don't give a stuff, to be fair. Is Tyler Haney in this race? Someone do a quick scope on ZWIFT power. I did see the sign-ups, but Tyler just appears in the chat. What do you sign up for? They not show up. Oh, you baiting me in. Huge group though, isn't it? Like, considering it's quite a competitive course, so having like 55, 60 riders in this A group would be quite nice for morale if I can make it over in the top half. Starting to get a bit used to the intensity again now. Glad I took it as easy as I did, considering it is only the end of January and I was only 20 watts, 15 watts off my best ever indoor 5-minute power, which is like mind-blowing. Hey, Mr. M. Nice one, Kev. I appreciate that. Thank you. You reckon so, Mateus? Yeah, whatever, Q. In order to get to sum up the kilo numbers, you need to be at peak shape. You don't just all of a sudden appear there. And like, it takes not only years of training, but it takes meticulous preparation to get there in the last couple of weeks before you arrive at it. Morning, gang. Morning, newcomers. You're joining just in time. We've got about 4k to the bottom of the climb. Do I have a coach? Yes. You're looking at him. Look at this, Goose the king. Goose is streaming right now. You can hop over and watch his point of view. George, I've just had your message, by the way. Thanks for the message. I'm ready all, just what it says on my phone. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Here we go. The crunch point's coming. Focus. Moving up to the front. Give me some sliding room. Cheers, George. Thank you, Lord. Thanks for the ride on, Ryan. You tuned in just in time then, Wayne, because it's about to get grippy. Climbing coming. Morning, Zach. Good ride last few days? Okay. It's better for me to burn matches to stay in this top third, so I have a chance at least, than starting at the back. In the current shape that I'm in. At least I'm giving myself a chance. Although this is pretty chill at the minute. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Lord. Appreciate it, buddy. Cheers. Okay, I don't know where the teammates are, but I'm going to ride my own race here. And then we'll regroup at the top. Let's see where we are. Let's go some pull. Nice one, Daniel. I'm glad you like those shorts. They're really nice. It's a shame I only have one pair. The amount of riding I do. Homemade haircut. Oh, there's lots of colour in this already. I hope it quietens down after this climb. Oh, I hate this climb. Go on, Goose. Go on, Paul. Go on, Ruben. Go on, Nick. Sorry if I missed out your names. Attacker! Oh no. Oh no, I can answer questions as well. But it's not about that. It's about concentrating. Had a bit of fat boy slim going on there. That was working well. Sometimes you just find like you're in the zone, and that was it there. Like I was on top of it, and I felt okay. So, but oh, pray for me the second time up there. Oh my word. First one, a super tuck. Funk soul brother. It was on the fast part. Oh. Go on, Goose. Go on, Paul. Everyone else keep digging in. You know it can come back together. Only takes the right situation. Plus, you've got to stay close so that when I get popped, I come back. Oh. Cheers, Grim. What about now? What about now? What about now? Sorry. Oh, what the heck? Come on, Harry, I give you permission to come down. I'm definitely not a sprinter, Jacob. Definitely not a sprinter. I'm a slow burner, that's for sure. Oh. Oh, they're only 20 seconds back. Come on, guys. You got it. Steering in ZWIFT. I've never tried it. It could be an advantage. I've heard that you can get a faster time up a climb because you're able to cut the corners. Garmin cycling. In a real race, Liam, it really depends on the situation. So in a situation like this, it probably would be just a case of freewheeling, because like this is so early in the race. But like the last time down a climb in a real race, you'd pretty much just be caning it. You know, you'd be sprinting out of corners, you'd be like going in and out of air attack. You know, you'd just be, it'd be balls to the wall. There's no other way of putting it really. Like it'd be a good example in this race because we'll be descending down here, so it'll be a super quick descent. There's a couple of flat sections, and then you know you come into the finish really quickly, so it will be a case of just nailing it really, you know. What's this playing now? Savage by Ben KOM. This is an old song. See how easy this is going now? It's like 3 watts per kilo. And nobody wants to do anything. Yeah, downside for the group behind is that they have to chase quite hard to get back, and then like, you know, they're burning matches before they even get to the next climb. Interesting dynamics. I'll make a note of it, Liam. Cheers. I don't have TikTok. Do I need to get it? Yeah. Ooh. 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 Remember that? Poor Mark Renshaw getting disqualified. Did he get disqualified for that? So because don't get TikTok. Nah. So because I'm the only guy in this fun group now, and Paul's not that far behind, in theory it's like touch and go. Oh, I don't really have to do anything. There's quite a few riders in this group who are on their own, and they don't have like teammates, but in this situation the group is big enough as well. I'm not even like, it's a case of sitting on and doing the bare minimum now. Paul Hamlet, what are you doing in the chat? Get back here. Get back here. Don't leave me on my own. Nice one, Paul, nice one. We should have jumped on Discord, shouldn't we? Didn't think of that. Hold on. Although I suppose it's quite hard when there's only 3 of you in a race that, you know, will get split up like this. How big is your how big is Gus's group? I'm quite worried about a few riders in this group actually. Andy Nichols for one. 6+. Quite a few then. I hope it can come back. How's the original Space Cadet himself doing in the crit race? That's Phil Lovett I'm talking about, by the way. It's worrying, isn't it? Like how a group that's not even that big, like this group of what, 15, 20 riders, are moving so fast. Like for very little, like, output at all. Paul's in a group of 3, 1, 2, 3. But they're working quite hard, aren't they? Look, they're pulling 5 watt per kilo turns. Scott, I didn't ask you to criticise, I asked you how he was doing. Although that tells me all I need to know. Oh, I can see now, Roddle. You remember the chance here, Paul, because we're on the rollers who are not actually moving that quick now. 32k an hour. You're in with a good chance here. If you make the bridge soon, you'll get a bit of recovery then, won't you, before the climb? I do use a fan, Omar. I've got a Wahoo Headwind. I also make sure my bottle is full of cold water. And I have the window open. Good ventilation. It is like 1 degree outside, so that's keeping cold air coming in. Yeah, I am literally putting out no watts, and although my heart rate's telling a different story. Nice one, Paul. I'll see you in a bit then. It doesn't matter whichever way it's gonna go. You're either gonna come to me or I'm gonna come to you. Oh, pain face is deployed. Keep me updated with Phil's final lap. Hey Catherine, my max heart rate at the minute is about 180. About that? I'd say so, 180. After that 5-minute effort I did the other night. Nah, it's totally individual what your max heart rate is. It's not a bad thing if you've got a max heart rate of 200. Nice, Ryan, nice. Nice one, Paul. Yeah, well, it's a simple way of putting it is that obviously your heart is a muscle and it grows and it gets stronger, it becomes more efficient, just like your muscles in your legs. But also, because its main purpose is obviously pump volumes of blood around the body, the stronger it becomes, obviously the less it has to beat because it's pumping the same equivalent. Yeah, that's a very like basic way of explaining it, but yeah, that's what kind of efficiency does for you, really. And you can train that both ways. You know, technically VO2 max, you can train it with a whole heap of volume, or you can train it with intervals, which is kind of where the whole phase has come in the last 10 or 15 years of like doing hard, you know, intense intervals for not just like your fitness but your health as well. Yeah, stroke volume, that's it. Oh, Omar. No, if you're that young, like, it's totally dependent from individual to individual, because I used to ride with the Welsh cycling youth riders. We used to take them out for like, there used to be 10 of them, we used to take them out for a ride. It'd be like 2.5 hour ride. And we'd be riding like, not hard, like endurance pace. But a lot of them would spend like 2.5 hours at like 160 beats a minute. But like, they could easily go off and do like a 20-minute effort at 215 beats a minute. Do you know what I mean? It was just, that's just how they're built, you know, like a lot of young riders. So it's like, yeah, Charlie saying 107. Like, when I was, so I wasn't as fit, even when I was 18 or 19, like I still wasn't like, I was nowhere near as fit as I am now. And I did, when I actually won the under 23 road race champs, my average heart rate for 4.5 hours was like 168. At like 18, well no, I was 21 at that point. So like, you know, it's so individual. Yeah, I can't answer that question for you, Josh. I'm not that savvy. So how do you think this next time is going to go? Paul's closed the gap a bit, 26 seconds. Eleventh though, he's so close to the top 10. How many hours are I riding a week as a junior? I've got my old training diary at home somewhere. I'll have to dig it out for you. It was quite a lot. And I don't recommend you follow it because when I started cycling late, I was in the headspace that because I started late, I had to like do twice as much as everybody to catch up. And it worked. Sort of. Like, I had a rapid progression. But like some of the interval sessions I was doing, like I would never be able to do them now. Because I didn't use a power meter. I was just basically doing like interval sessions that had no measurable kind of feedback on them. I was just doing them to suffer and to get stronger. There's no science involved, like nothing. I was doing like an hour block of like 30-second sprints, or 30 seconds hard, 30 seconds easy. I was doing like an hour straight of it, like with no power meter, just a heart rate monitor, and that's how I was training. Yeah, some of the sessions, like I don't know where I got them from, but I just thought I just like build on them massively. So I look back on it now and I'm like, how did I even manage to do it? So I was probably doing between 15 and 20 hours a week as a junior. Getting up in the morning before college, riding for a couple of hours. This was like before I had a turbo, so everything would have been on the road. And in the evening it would be another session, or it'd be a local chain gang. And I was training a lot. Yeah, the training was hard, but like I was just loving riding my bike because I was so new to the sport. I just loved riding my bike for riding my bike. There was no like power data, so I had nothing to compare to really. It was a good time to be alive. I studied physical education, history and geography. Actually, I got a lot of flack, a lot of stick from people in my physical education class, PE, because like I was a cyclist, I wore Lycra, and like everybody else in the class was doing like netball, or like rugby, or football, soccer. Like, there was nobody that was doing something like me, you know? It was like, they're quite literally an outsider. And as the 2 years went on in college, and I was having to miss lessons to go to races and stuff like that, they started like respecting me a bit more, because like the rest of them were just kind of having a laugh and joking and just like sitting in lessons and chatting about like, oh, we're gonna go out on the weekend and get smashed, or we're gonna like we're going to the game on the weekend and then we'll go down a pub afterwards. And I was like, yeah, I'm travelling to Belgium, I'm doing this race with the Welsh team. And I was like, the more like that happened later on in the second year, they started to see me as like a bit of a, well, probably even more of an outsider, but they ask so many questions. Yeah, some things never change. Like, they'll ask you about Lance Armstrong, they'll ask you about, like, doping. You know, do you take drugs? They'd ask me that. I'd be like, what? Like, I'm 17, you idiot. Really can't answer that question, Mad Gaming. Like, I don't know if it would help me or not. You'd think it would, but it may well have held me back. I think I just love cycling so much, I don't think it would have stopped me anyway. I had quite a few, like, not haters in college, but even my friends were like, a little bit, they were like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Like, why are you putting so much effort into it? Only a select few, but it's just interesting how when you apply yourself to something and you're a bit of an outlier, it's weird. Here comes the group, coming behind. Bit of Kendrick now. That's what called having a passion for something is, Josh. It's like what I posted yesterday about like me not even being able to do 400 watts at the end of my ramp test. A few weeks later, I'm able to do 400 watts in 5 minutes. And I was like, it's called motivation, like, look it up. It's called hard work, look it up. No, I'd never been like that. But it is, you know, in the same respect it is, like, yeah, like for me, cycling wasn't a hobby then. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, it always has been a hobby, but it's also been a passion. So, like, trying to get better at something, you know, it doesn't matter what it is. That's what I was trying to do. And to a lot of them, there was one other person in that class who probably got me, and he played rugby for Wales, like an under 20 squad. Like, he actually played rugby nationally, and he was the only one that got it. Like, he was there with his, like, his supplements, he was there with his protein, like, he was on it, like, recovery, like, and, you know, we kind of clicked in that class. Oh, look, this is like the worst place, that group behind the catchers. Because we're literally turning on the climb again. Man! I like that, Niels. I like that. Can we put that on a t-shirt? Pray for Headwind. Here we go. Second time up. Hey, drop it in the Discord group, Zach. Anything you got interesting, guys, share it. Sharing's caring. Hing. Thank you. It won't do itself, will it? It won't do itself. Morning, Tom. Morning, newcomers. Thank you, Ollie. Morning, Ben. Less than an hour to go. All to play for if we get over in the front group again. All to play for. Just commit to trying to do that. Dan spurring me on? Who's Dan? Oh. Survived round 2. Oh. Wow, we're only 0.2 of a second. Fleeman gave me a right on. Nice one. Time for the ride-ons. Yeah, that was around 400 watts again, wasn't it? Well, maybe not quite, but did well to repeat that effort twice. But I'm like, I don't know. That was okay, but I feel like another 20 odd K and then doing it again. Depends how hard we go. Thank you, Uncaged. I'm gonna try. Kendrick Lamar got me over that climb. King Coot. Wow, we're rapid down here, aren't we? 90 odd K now. Good old game. That was just Spotify just throwing something out at me, that was. Yeah, it looks rough, doesn't it, Phil? Looks rough. I heard you almost scraped the top 10. We want the funk. What the funk? Cheers, Tiago. We're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there. We got FTP test next week. Depending on how the Tuesday night race goes, that might be our 20-minute test. We'll see. Ba-da-bum. $28K to go, 28K of sorrow. Oh, Paul's come back. When did that group join? Okay, Paul, how did you manage to get into the group this time and not the first time? Like, people think I'm a little bit crazy. I get it from all angles, even the crazy Dr. AZ. Wow, to save me. Want to say things. A little too fast paced and racy. Rewinds and plays me 20 times because this is so many rhymes it may seem. Because my mind is racing. I don't understand how we could have gone the same time after the second time, but you didn't make it the first time. Unless you were just caught out of the wrong place, wrong time. Terrible place, huh? What's the plan then, Paul? What's the plan? What's the plan, Stan? Yeah, maybe Sammy. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if I could scrape the top 20 on Tuesday. Yeah, same here. Plan survival, yeah. It's just going as hard as you can up there and just seeing where you end up at the top. Which ain't the best tactic, but it's good enough. Whoa. Please feather, please feather, please feather, please feather, please feather. Please feather. Please feather, please. Feather, feather, feather. No! Nah, Tommy, I can't make the effort too long. I haven't got the legs to make the effort really long. I'm only just about able to do these 5 minute efforts. Yes, same here, Daniel, yeah. That's how I felt, yeah. We've come pretty close to that again today. We've managed to do it twice. Well, for starters, I'm going to have to go EDMODE up the climb just to stay with these. Because they're going to light it up the last time up the climb. So I'm going to need to go full EDMODE. And then we're just got to see where we are then. It could be a close finish though, I think. There could be a small, there could be small groups of 4 coming into the finish or something. Hey Luke. I don't know, I think the KOM, the Leith Hill KOM is like just over 4 minutes, is it? Yeah. 0 second recovery. Well, to be fair, Phil, it doesn't matter, does it? Because like on Dunkery Beacon, I still had a 30-second period in there that was 300 watts. So I don't have to ride at 400 watts the whole time. You remember that day? I never caught you. Phil San will be sent up the road. Morning, Matt. Oh. What's the weather like with you in Austria today? Don't tell me. Sunny. Guess what it's doing here? Actually, it's not raining. Morning, gal. Well, we pulled back the guy on the front who was trying to do a bit of a hero move. Nice, nice. So we've got one more hill to do. That's Leith Hill. It's going to be about a 4 odd minute effort. I think the front selection is going to come from there. How's Goose doing, lad? Details coming soon, Mr. M. End of the month. Details coming soon. I haven't seen a Tour Down Under, no. The Richie Port only win because Matt Holmes wasn't there. Yeah, take a risk, Matt. Take a risk. 30%. Gus is empty till the final K, and then tell you what, this training session later is gonna be fun. Quick bit of recovery now, Paul. I'm about to get into the meat and potatoes of it. Sacre bleu. $18K to go. So far so good. 10 AM now, so I've got 6 hours to recover from these efforts. Tension is indeed building. I have confidence. I have confidence in Paul and myself. And Q to bring up and get a solid finisher position in the sprint. Yeah, my heart is still reasonably high for that power, but I'll take it, I'll take it. Oh, the hype is building. There is indeed an endurance ride regularly on a weekend, yes, Mr. M. At the minute, the training plans are already built for base riding, because for the vast majority of us, there's nothing happening at the minute, so. And there's likely nothing to be happening for another couple of months, so. Hence the decision. But I will be spending more time on making personalised, like 6, 8, 12-week plans, whatever it may be, once I get through the other phases. So I'm actually working through it quicker than I thought. I find like once I get in a flow, it comes a bit easier. Final climb's coming in a couple of kilometers. Thank you, kids. Depends. If you're using sweet spot as your base because of your time crunch, then it can be using your base. But someone like myself who's got a lot of volume, or can ride a lot of volume, can do a lot of volume, I like to leave sweet spot till later. Cheers, love. Yeah, they will do, George, they will do. Because it's just like going outside, really, and there's a lot of temperature changes when you start warming up. You just have to account for that, really. How many hours is considered high volume? Probably around... yeah, I'd say over 12. Over 12 hours for a lot of people is considered high volume. In terms of hours, in terms of TSS, I'd say probably anything over 600 is quite a lot for the average person to handle in a week. Or even go as far as say 500, but... yeah, it's because you've got all that in the bank, see? You did like 12 weeks, 12 hours a week. And basic endurance, and you moved on to sweet spot. There's a lot to be said for just that consistency. Nice one, Lord. Preach it, preach it. Okay, buckle up, Paul. Can you look after me? Flipping heck. I'll keep an eye on the Wahoo kit. Three times 15-minute efforts of what, Philip? Actually, now's not a good time to answer. Here we go, Paul. Remember what Muhammad Ali said? I don't count my sit-ups until they start hurting. Not quite sure that applies here, but... if I want to get a job... I don't think I want to get a job, but if I do get a job, I'll shout really loudly. Hammer time! Why have I got an itchy left shoulder? That's where my scar is. Right, any questions? I'll have to answer them after this climb. I'm sorry. Oh no, this is... Why are we doing this bit so easy? That's not good. Morning, Warlord. Just in time. I have a feeling if I do get over the top in this one group, I'm going to have very little left for the finish. I can feel something brewing in my legs. I can feel something brewing. That wobbly leg feeling. Steady as we go. Don't forget to shout Paul as well. Paul's doing the stunning ride. He's also in the blue kit from Wahoo. Cheers, guys. Okay, this is uncomfortably hard and I don't like it. Can we just go hard rather than this? Good positioning, Paul. Maybe everyone's got a good power up. and follow this a little bit. Careful not to chase yourself here, Paul. Remember the blob. Remember guys, I'm not as strong as I used to be, so I can't just go willy-nilly. Great position, Paul. Although, still on the flat section. We got it. Oh my word. That was a right mess. I knew Andy Nichols would go there. He's pretty much like one of the best hill climbers in the UK is Andy Nichols, so nothing I could do to that. Okay, what are we saying about this finish then? I've got, you can see the power up I've got. What do you reckon? I like that. I like that, Tommy Blake. Yeah. Yeah, that's where the finish is, yeah. You reckon? Use it early. That'll be a long old flipping. That's a long one, Mick. So what are you saying then? Use right on, okay, yeah, roger that. I'll try, but alright. We'll give it a go. Who's the pro, Zach? Whoa. Yeah, I was pretty crap in that sprint there, wasn't I? But what do we expect, really? Now, what you're forgetting is, I think, that some of these climbers, like, that wasn't really a hilly circuit. Yeah, I wouldn't call a pure climber good at that circuit. It's more like a puncher, so anyone with a sprint should still have something at the end to do, you know, 15 watts per kilo. They also had aeros as well, I don't know if you noticed. And we all know that I'm more of a pure climber than a climber who can sprint, really. But still, top 10, wasn't it? Top 10 with 3.8 watts per kilo. So I had equal lowest average watt per kilo in that front group, which I will take. I will take that. No, I don't eat spiced ice buns. I'm an athlete. Oh, did it? Well spotted, Mick. I gotta do more. Like, the thing is, like, you've got to do more of sprinting, haven't you, really, to get the timing right and to, you know, there's very few opportunities for you to just kind of wing it and get it right. It is a bit of a fine art, but just about, Paul, just about. Good ride for myself. There we are. Good ride. Good ride. Oh. Yes, Lewis watts per kilo. It is the name of the game, everyone. It is the name of the game. Quite literally. Oh. Nice one, guys. Nice one, Ruben. Well done, lads. Good job. Well, this evening's interval session is going to be fun. Oh, it's going to be very fun indeed. We'll have a quick little look at the power graph here then. Quick little look at the power graph. And then I will make a move because I've got to get the recovery on point because I've only got 6 hours to recover now. So, so 5 minute power was 369, but that was the climb was shorter. So this is really the climb here. So 3 minutes and 51 seconds. I was really on the gas for. So that's probably what I was repeating 3 times. So I repeated around about 390 watts for 4 minutes 3 times. Over the space of 2 hours. So that's pretty good, considering the one-off effort I did on Thursday night was 400 watts for 5 minutes. So that repetition is, and I've not done anything really to get this repetition back. It's a case of just digging in and testing myself really. Naturally. Oh, flipping heck. That's a bit grim. 336 watts for 10 minutes. That's no doubt the lead up to the climb and then the climb itself, so what do I do for recovery when I'm riding twice in a day? Well, I try to get my legs up. It doesn't matter like how you get up, just like elevate them. Good nutrition, hydration, and if I'm going to nap, I'd nap as far away from that second session as possible so I don't feel groggy. Those are my top 3 tips really that I usually do. I don't know why my cadence drops so quick. I don't know why. Does allow me to get in the air tuck really quickly, but that's a good question, Francis. Yeah, how am I using ZWIFT to fit in my training at the minute? Because I'm purposefully picking like certain courses that can correspond to like certain training sessions. So if I was doing like today, like a 2-hour endurance ride, which this is 1 hour and 52. But if I was to go outside and do a 2-hour endurance ride, but I wanted to do 3, 4 to 5 minute efforts at 100 and whatever percent of FTP, that's a really good opportunity to do it rather than going out and doing it on the open road. No problem doing it outside, but I'm just saying that's how I tend to fit it in. So, I mean, there's plenty of courses on ZWIFT that can really correspond to some training sessions that you do. It's not amazing. I wouldn't say like use a ZWIFT race for training sessions all the time, but it can be a really good motivator, and it's really good at the minute because at the minute I'm finding my feet again. I don't really know like how I'm stacking up. So this is like, these are just like one race a week. where I'm not going full gas the whole time, but I'm kind of testing myself in certain areas. Sorry, George. Oh, nice one, Glenn. Nice one. Cheers, Agnes. Right, I'm gonna love you and leave you because I need to get eating and everything else. So I'll see you tonight for the live stream of the interval session for WTRL. You can sign up. You can check it out. It's at 4:30 British time. So if you can find it in the Zwift companion app. So I'll see you then. Yeah, that's true, Lord. Very true. Good disclaimer. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll catch you later.